Hey everyone, welcome to the second video of this series, the NBA player analysis. So it was pretty interesting. Last time we recorded the first video, we faced some type of issues, and I figured it out and what was going on, and I'm gonna show it to you also what happened. Okay, so here's okay. As you all can see, this works now, and I just want to show you all what happened. I don't necessarily. I think what happened basically when we were running this project and we got errors was because we created too many requests. It got blocked because I ran this again later on. I didn't really change anything to be honest with you all, and it works. So what I want to do, I wanna. I'm gonna upload this on also GitHub, so you all will have this version of it. I highly recommend you use this version than the other version for anything you want to do. Um, but yeah, now let's just continue. So there are a couple things we need to do for task one. Task one, continue. So turn the data to Panda data frames. Well, I guess um okay, so for the sake of just finishing task one, I have the best players right here, and then I'm gonna import panda as PD, and it's just because it's not one panda, it's pandas. And then what I want to do, I want to do df equals to pd dot data frame, and my data frame is going to have West players, and my column's gonna be, I'm not sure it's column or columns, but let's see. It's going to be what is going on here? So we have name. So we're gonna just say player. Player. And then I want to do salary, and the last one would be team. Okay, that worked. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So we got all the Western Conference players here with their salaries. We got the name of the player, salary, and team. And so one thing we want to do right now, we want to be able to sort them. So DFs have something called sort values. So just going to be df. I'm not sure I'm getting. Let's see. Sort values, and then I want to pass on salary. Yeah, it did work. So I have them in a what? Descending order. So I want to do. How do you spell ascending? Ascending. I think. No, this is the right spelling. Is equals to true. Oh, actually false, my bad. Yeah. So, yeah, as you all can see, we have Stephen Curry as our most paid for the 2023 season, and then Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, KD. And we can reset the ranking, the ID here too. Or we can even add a column called rank, but I don't think I want to do that right now. I want to just do reset the value. So what I'm going to do is df dot thing's called reset index. Yeah, perfect. Oh, it did not reset the index for that. Okay, salary rank equals that, and then salary rank, and then I want to get salary rank. All right. Why didn't it work? Oh, because I did not do this. I want to drop that index. Perfect. And then, of course, if you want to just make it start from 1, you can just do salary.index plus 1, and then it will start from 1 instead of 0. But like my top 10 players, wow. Nikola Jokic, who has won 2-time MVP. If the reigning MVP, he's number 11 on our list. Well, though I know that he got extension and he got like guarantee he made the best NBA contract in the contract history. But interesting though. And LeBron James is third, and Westbrook is second. Interesting. Alright, so we got this done. However, oh, I have one more thing I need to do is to save this file as a SCV file. So I'm gonna say, I guess I wanted to just gonna say df dot save CSV west cell CSV, and then we're going to pass on. Oh, actually, how I have that? It's not save is sorry, to CSV. Boom. I keep saying CSV, but I'm having an SCV here. Boom. Alright, perfect. Alright, now we have this saved. And to open it, obviously, you just do open CSV and it will open it up. Okay, before I start task 2, I want to be able to, as I taught y'all how to basically just save those HTML files locally, I want to be able to do that for all of my web pages that I need to go to. Because if y'all remember, in order for me to get the salary box, get into salary box, I had to go to all of these teams and come to the web page and web scrape this website and then extract that information. So I want to avoid doing that multiple times. So I want to just create an I guess 30 different HTML files for all of my teams, and I want to save them locally so I don't need to worry about coming back to this web page. All right. So let's learn how to do that. So what we did last time and what we did earlier was to learn how to just do it for one file. And obviously if you want to do it for multiple files, it's the same thing. But let's learn how to do that. So I want to just take this. Oh, well, let me just create this task. Yes. I guess this can be task 2. Saving all the HTML files locally. Right. I guess that's a good way to put it. Okay, so I guess you can define this as a function We can call this save I guess local HTML, and obviously this is gonna get us what? The name of that file, right? We need to have the name for it. So, and it's gonna return me, I guess it doesn't necessarily need to return anything. So that's one function we need to have, which basically will give it a name for that file. It adds an extension to it, and then creates that file. All right. So that's one function we need. Second function we need is to make all these requests, which I think we have done that before. I guess let's go up right here. Yeah, so if you remember, we have done this here. So I'm just gonna copy paste that above. So what this one does, it basically gets every team's path. Or no, this doesn't get the paths. It just gets HTML content though, right? Oh, it just gets the paths, and then it creates the basically HTML content. It basically goes to those pages. So yeah, this is what it does. So basically, this is a function that gets the paths and then make a request to each of those web pages. And then another function what we need, it's something that we did here. And I guess this can go also above. So what this one does, it basically goes to this page and find this every NBA team box and extract the href link for each of these teams. With one exception, it does not take away the name itself. I do want the name itself as well too. Why? Because I want to take the name away and take the name, and then I want to assign that name to the name of the file that I want to create locally. So these two are basically doing the same thing. So let's just create another method and then call it get name and path. And obviously it's just going to get something like content. Now what I want is to do, I want to basically do all of these. And then content is basically the NBA team box. And then I guess don't need to necessarily give this like standing. We can just call them conference standing. Right? Perfect. So this basically gets me the path, which I need to return. But the other thing I need to have, other than the path itself, I told you all, is the name. So how am I going to get the name? So this comes to what we do here. It does come to the teams right here. Let me just scrape this, inspect this. So the team name table head has both href and the name itself. So I also need to get the string itself. So what I'm gonna do, I want to also get the name, right? So the name is going to be all of this that we did So instead of getting the href, I wanted to get the string. This is what I wanted to do. Perfect. And then okay. So we got the NBA team box. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, well, this is also going to return the name and path. So we get all the names, all the links, and these are both lists. So I guess I can just define a team name here. Team names and paths. Okay. And then, oh, by the way, I just remembered here, I do need to pass on my soup object too. I was like, something just looks off. Alright, this makes more sense. Oh, one thing I realized, on the get name path function, I do need to take this off that, as these are also unique. So I have two different convert standings. One is for west and one of them is for east. So I do need to change these. So I'm just gonna say W. I'm gonna do E. And then what I want to do, instead of passing NBA team box, I need to pass this guy for west. And then same thing for east. I guess what we can do also is just return content. So what I'm doing here, instead of just looping for all of them, I want to loop in here. So that's gonna be a little bit, I guess, easier to debug if there are any bugs happening. So I get my path. Alright, perfect. Let's run this code. I'm almost ready to run it. So here I want to make a for loop for index and path and enumerate. Paths. Get the HTML content. And then also get me the name. and then the file name. Is equals to team names index. So if you're not familiar with the enumerate method, what it does basically goes through a list and also gives us the index for each element on that list as it's going through them. So basically the first index right here just gives me the index of the each element in the list that we are looping through. I hope that makes sense. And then we're gonna come here. Ooh, never ever forget, we need to add the HTML content. So we have to create a local HTML, we just come right here. So we give it the file name, and then we give it the HTML contents. I think it's done. What do y'all think? Also need to file equals open. What do we call it? Basket ref .html. And then content is equals to soup file. Okay, let's take this for a run. Let's see. Oh, I think I know what's going on. So I just need to put this here. That was my bad. Okay, we got the error because this needs to be a capital W. Let's run it. Now our final test. I just want to make sure this is all compiled. So let's go. Okay, it ran. Now let's open our folder. It is not here. Oh my god. Okay, this is what I've been going wrong. I have defined the name here as a basket, so it was just overriding that one. God, that kind of, I think, messed up my previous one too. So let's just go run that again. It was just overriding the same file over and over. Okay, so what I want to do is would this work right now? That was definitely a rookie mistake. Okay, how about now? Oh, there you go. We got all of the teams right here. Let's open up one of them. And yes. And okay, so for the ones that you see are like this, they actually are the ones that are, for example, this one, that are commented, which is kind of weird. But I did tell you all how to uncomment things, so we don't need to worry about that. We can always uncomment those sections and be good with them. But in overall, everything works fine. It's kind of weird why some of them are commented, some of them are not commented. But we can still work around with this. Perfect. So I'm gonna stop right here, and then in the next video, I'm going to basically finish up this project. So the task 3, which is going to be a little bit easier now that we have everything figured out, is just basically going into going to each team. Oh, this because it's Jupyter Notebook. It's going to basically each team and then going to their per game stats. Basically, it's their kind of like their summary, and extracting all the games that the best player played, and steal blocks and all those kind of stuff. And then we're gonna create another Panda data frame that has everything in it, all of their stats and their salary, and then we create a pointing system as our task for, and then basically it's going to be depending on how they have performed with their task, we're gonna get certain points. And I'm gonna think about that and let you all know how we're gonna approach that. But other than that, I think that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe and like. And as always, yes I am. Peace out.